Ladies and gentlemen, the regular session of the Sangguniang Panglungsod is about to commence. Everyone, please rise.
As the elected city vice mayor and the presiding officer, this second regular session is now called to order. Roll call, please.
The members of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, Honorable Michael Gerard T. Morada, Honorable Galileo P. Angeles, Honorable Jennifer Spaiti Toledo, Honorable Oscar M. Gozos II, Honorable Rio Fernicol H. Ronquillo, Honorable Venice D. Manalo, Honorable Miguel P. Lina III, Honorable Merlo P. Silva, Honorable Avior R. Rocafort, Honorable Ralph Peter S. Umali, Honorable Aris D. Macala, Honorable Percival V. Lojo, Honorable Fernando R. Rocafort, Honorable Angela Antoinette B. Bautista, and the presiding officer, Honorable City Vice Mayor Camille Angeline M. Lopez.
Do we have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
May I request the Honorable Dr. Percival Lojo for the leading of the invocation and the singing of the national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we bow before your presence today with faith, humility, and thanksgiving for the chance to meet again. As we prepare to start this meeting, please send the Holy Spirit to guide us in our discussion and fill us with wisdom and confidence. May you grant us the patience and understanding to remain resilient to life's challenges and face them with grace. In Jesus' name we pray, Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Atin pong ilagay ang ating kanang kamay sa kaliwang bahagi ng ating dibdib at sabay-sabay po nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Good morning, everyone. Privileged Honorable Mikey Morada, you are recognized.
Madam Chairwoman, mga kasama, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Nais po natin pasalamatan lahat po ng mga naghahanap buhay o businesses dito sa lungsod ng Lipa na nakapag-renew at nakapagbayad na po para sa kanilang business permit. Nagkataon po, January 20 ay linggo, yun po ang deadline ng renewal ng business permit. And para sa ating mga kababayan na hindi pa po nakakapagbayad o nangangailangan pa ng konting oras at panahon, nais ko pong magpasa ng isang resolusyon para i-extend ang renewal ng business permit hanggang from January 20 ay magiging February 15, 2024, Madam Chairwoman. And nais ko lang po maipa-refer ito sa committee para magawa po ng resolution.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Ways and Means.
One more, Madam Chairwoman, I would like to pass a resolution, of course, congratulating our Senator, Congressman na appointed as Secretary of Department of Finance, Senator, Congressman, Secretary Ralph G. Recto. Sige, Mr. Merlo. Ikaw na. Sige. Ano mo na? Madam
What
Chair,
is the pleasure of this gentleman?
my pleasure, Madam Chair, is to give it to the proper person
Who is the proper person?
Consel Merlo Silva has the most heartfelt speaker. Sige po.
Okay, Honorable Merlo Silva, you are recognized.
Thank you, Vice Governor. Oo, napag-usapan ho namin. Siguro ganito ho. Ito naman ho, pare-pareho nating kaibigan, ang senador. At nakakatuwa ho, ito talaga na ho, nakakatuwa po, Madam Chair, na alam mo nyo, madami ho ang magagaling na Pilipino. Madami ho ang magagaling na leader ng bansa. Madami ho ang mga prominenteng tao, ngunit bihira ho ang magkaroon ho tayo ng pagkakataon na maging Finance Secretary. Alam mo nyo, naalala ko ang isa sa pinakamagaling na Finance Secretary during the time of Marcos. Walang iba ho kundi si Prime Minister Birata. At sumunod nga ho, ito na hong si Batanggenyo rin ho, si Secretary Benjamin Jokno. At si Senator Recto ay kahanay na sa mga taong ito. Kaya ho, isang karangalan ng lungsod ng Lipa na magkaroon ho tayo ng isang Finance Minister, Finance Secretary na galing mismo sa lungsod ng Lipa. Kaya ho, sa pagkakataong ito, siguro ay marapat lamang na ating i-congratulate ang atin hong kagalang-galang Congressman Senator Ralph Recto bilang siya ho ang Secretary ng Department of Finance as replacement for Secretary Benjamin Jokno. So, I'd like to give the pleasure to ikaw na ako na. So, Madam Chair, refer to the proper committee and likewise, Madam Chair, I move for the urgency of this subject matter.
Second.
Okay, duly seconded. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
So, it's an honor na kami hong dalawa ni Consel Mikey ang maging author na nasabi hong ito at yung iba pa kasama. So, Madam Chair, I move for the passage of a resolution extending heartfelt congratulations to Congressman Ralph G. Recto on his appointment as Secretary of the Department of Finance for final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Morada, Ronquillo, Lina, Angeles, Macala, Rocafort, Loho, Bautista, ABC Rocafort, seconded by Honorable Toledo, Manalo. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chairwoman, likewise, no, sa pagiging secretary ni Senator Ralph, ang ating magiging caretaker ay si Speaker Martin Romualdez. At nais ko rin po magpasa ng isang resolusyon. Nasa'yo na rin. O, ikaw na rin.
Madam Chair, excuse me.
Okay, very, very giving po ang
Thank you for the
Honorable Mikey.
Thank you for the pleasure. At ho kasi pinaghanda na at nag-usap po kami ni Consel Mikey. At napag-usapan ho namin. So, tayo naman ho, hindi ho tayo nagsawalang kibo. Tayo nagpagawa na agad ng isang resolution. So, Madam Chair, I want to elaborate.
Okay, please, go
ahead. Alam mo
ahead.
nating lahat na bilang na-appoint na Secretary ng Finance, tayo ngayon ho, bilang Lone District ng lalawigan ng Batangas, Lipa, ay wala ho tayong congressman. According to Republic Act 6645, alam ito na yun, ay pwede ho tayo na mag-request for the special election for that purpose. Pero sa atin ng tingin, medyo magagal na ho sa panahon at padalwa, magastos. So, sa akin tingin din ho, dahil sa isang tradisyon ho ng Congress na pagka may mga nababakanti ho na posisyon, ay sila ho ay nagagawa ng isang resolution doon na kung sino ho ang pwedeng umakto or mag-caretaker sa nasabi hong distrito. So, it happened, Madam Chair, na sa atin hong palagay ko, sa atin hong kaisipan, mas mabuti na ang maging caretaker mismo ng Lone District of Batangas, ito Lipa City, ay isang Speaker of the House. Upang sa ganun ho, pagdating sa benefits, pagdating sa mga pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan sa lungsod ng Lipa, ay madaling maibigay ng isang speaker. At kami naniniwala din sa kakayahan ho ng ating Speaker of the House para siyang mga siwa or maging caretaker ng ating distrito sa lungsod ng Lipa. Kanino pa natin ibibigay ang pamumuno bilang congressman or bilang representative ng Congress, kundi sa isang speaker? Kung pinagkatiwalaan siya ng mga magagaling mga congressman, bakit naman tayo mga tagalipa? Hindi ho tayo magtiwala sa kanya. Kaya Madam Chair, sana makapagpasa tayo ng isang resolution na sa ganun ho ay tanggapin or bigyan pansin ng Kongreso itong problema natin sa lungsod ng Lipa. Kaya Madam Chair, please refer to the proper committee and okay. Mapagpasa tayo ng isang resolution for the urgency.
Second.
Okay.
Referral and urgency niyan. Isa lang.
Ha?
Referral and urgency.
Urgency na.
Ay, urgency na. So, Madam Chair.
Teka lang, duly seconded. Discussion, objection.
Question?
Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
So, Madam Chair, before I move for this resolution, I'd like to thank again Honorable Mikey Morada. I move for the passage of a resolution affirming the Sangguniang Panglungsod's confidence in the Speaker of the House, Honorable Ferdinand Martis Gomez Romualdez, as the ideal interim representative or congressional caretaker for Lipa City's lone congressional district for district following the appointment of Congressman Ralph Recto as Secretary of the Department of Finance for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Morada, Ronquillo, Angeles, Lina, Macala, Loho, Rocafort. Seconded by Honorable Manalo, Toledo, ABC, Rocafort. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, last na po ito, no? Nung nakaraan po, nagpasa ho tayo ng isang ordinansa para matulungan yung ating mga sari-sari store. Meron lang pong konti tayong amendment para sa isang provision doon. Nakalagay po kasi doon that the sari-sari store must not exceed 2 stories in height. At the same time, meron tayong kapital na pag hindi lalagpas ng 30,000, sila po yung magka-qualify. So, napaka-contradicting kung 2 stories ang height ng iyong sari-sari store, parang imposible na 30,000 lang ang inyong puhunan. So, i-amend lang po natin para maitama at maging must not exceed 1 story in height, Madam Chairwoman. And I would like to refer this to the proper committee. And at the same time, may urgent na rin within today kasi may mga nakakalusot din na nakikiusap na ma-exempt pero 2 stories in height ang kanilang sari-sari store. Halos mini-mart na po yun. Madam Chair, for urgency.
Any second for urgency? Duly seconded. Discussion, objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chairwoman, I move that the same be excused from the 3 reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Any second? Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, seconded by Honorable Bautista, Rocafort, ABC, Manalo, Toledo, ABC, Rocafort po. Ronquillo. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Last, Madam Chairwoman, yung sa ating business permit, referral pa lang. Extension. So, Madam Chairwoman, I move for the passage of a resolution extending the renewal period for business permits to February 15, 2024 for urgency.
Any second for urgency? Duly seconded. Discussion, objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
I move that the same be excused from the 3 reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Loho, Manalo, Ronquillo, Angeles, Lina. Seconded by Honorable Toledo, Bautista, Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mikey. So before we proceed with our privilege again, we would like, of course, to congratulate dito po sa SP ang newly elected na ngayon po ay board member na, representative po sa Capitol ng mga barangay chairmans. Yes, correct. So we now have four board members in total sa Capitol po. So again, congratulations po, Honorable Fernan Rocafort. Okay, privilege, Honorable SK Fed AA Bautista, you are recognized.
Good morning po, Madam Chair, and sa mga kasamahan po natin. Madam Chair, nakakatanggap po kami ng different reklamo po. Hindi naman po reklamo, pero yung parents po and children na pumapasok po sa private schools natin sa Lipa that have MOA with our city, hindi raw po pinapayagan ng schools na payagan mag-exam yung mga bata since they have few hundred deficiencies po na hindi pa po nababayaran po for the scholarships of the kids po.
Okay, matter brought up is jointly referred to the Committee on Appropriations and Education. Lead committee would be the Committee on Appropriations.
Thank you,
Thank you. Privilege, Honorable ABC Fernan Rocafort, you are recognized.
Good morning po to all honorables and other presiding officer, Ma'am Chair. Yung last part po ng aking privilege last week, hindi po na-repair. And I would like to reiterate my privilege speech to request for ambulance from PCSO for the use of our hospital ng Lipa. Please, Madam Chair, please repair po to proper committee.
Okay. Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs na lang din po.
Then, thank you po, and I would like to request for the urgency of the said matter.
Second motion for the urgency.
Okay. Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
And last, ma'am, and
Thank
I
you.
would like to excuse from the third reading, principal pass resolution requesting PCSO for ambulance for the use of hospital ng Lipa.
For the third and final reading. For the third and final reading, jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Loho, Manalo, Bautista, Morada, Lina, Angeles, Ronquillo, seconded by Honorable Toledo. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you po, Madam Chair.
Privilege, Honorable Avio Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, honorable members of this august body, at sa atin po mga tagapakinig, magandang umaga po. Madam Chair, last December 19 of 2023, the Sangguniang Panglungsod issued Resolution Number 498, Resolution endorsing to the local chief executive the recommendations of the Sangguniang Panglungsod Committee on Environmental Protection regarding the quarrying and deblasting operations of Southern Star Aggregates at Barangay Antipolo del Sur. Upon consultation with the Office of the City Mayor and the Office of the City Enro, they requested certain amendments for this particular resolution, Madam Chair. The amendments are as follows. Number 7, in our whereas provisions, Southern Star Aggregates Incorporated is required to submit a letter of no objection from residents and affected families. The amendment would be, Southern Star Aggregates is required to submit a letter of no objection from Barangay Antipolo from the barangay, from the barangay. Yun. Period. And number 8, Madam Chair, without prejudice to the provisions of 1 to 7, the Sangguniang Panglungsod shall pass, without prejudice to the provisions of 1 to 7, after complying 1 to 7, Madam Chair, Southern Star Aggregates may continue its operations and the Sangguniang Panglungsod through the Chairman of the Committee on Environmental Protection shall pass an ordinance regulating the operation of quarry, mining, and blasting operations in the city of Lipa and providing penalties for violation thereof. I move that this be referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Madam Chair.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Environment.
Madam Chair, I move that the same be considered as urgent.
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion. Honorable Spy Toledo, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, if I remember it correctly, I have some other questions regarding the business of the aggregates for the clarification of Honorable Avior Rocafort regarding the yung po mga nakita po niya na kailangan din na bigyan ng pag-aaral ng mga different departments or divisions of our national government and our LGU. I would like to ask if those questions and documents needed is included on the resolution that we're giving or asking for approval from the SP, Madam Chair.
Ano po kaya yun?
The blaster license from PNP Krame or from the FEU department, the environment clearance, and what kind of quarry, mining geoscience bureau for the agency, for the business itself, community service and training if meron po sila, DNR clearance, and yung mapa po ng business doon sa aggregate po, Southern Aggregate.
Madam Chair, with regards to the other requirements being mentioned by Consejala Spy, all of these requirements are submitted to the DNR and to the provincial government, where the provincial government is the one that issued the permit for quarry, mining, and blasting operations in the province of Batangas, because they have the jurisdiction over these particular businesses, Madam Chair. So, kompleto na po yung isinabmit nila. Ito pong hinihingi natin are other requirements being na gusto po makita ng city for us to regulate these kinds of establishments, Madam Chair, because wala po tayong power to issue the permit. It's the provincial capital. But considering that they are within the territorial jurisdiction of the city of Lipa, and with the complaints of the residents of Barangay Antipolo, na nag-conduct po tayo ng hearing. And as of the moment, the ordinance regulating this particular business ay isasagawa pa po ng Committee on Environmental Protection. So, as of the moment, ito po yung mga hiningi nating requirements sa kanila na sasagot doon sa mga problema ng mga kababayan po natin sa Barangay Antipolo.
Yes. Madam Chair, I do understand the explanation of Honorable Avior. Since he will conduct another hearing for the regulation of the environment protection with disregards of business, would like to reiterate the some of the documents needed para naman po once we regulate
yung mga ganito pong mga businesses dito po sa lungsod ng Lipa, we also have those documents para, kumbaga parang double checking po tayo since nasa territory po ng lungsod ng Lipa. And
That would be part of the ordinance, Madam Chair.
yes, Madam Chair, that's what I'm trying to add and say po doon sa, para po additional information. That's why, Madam Chair, yun po sa mayor's permit po natin kasi ay hindi ko po alam kung ito po ay kasali doon sa mga sinasubmit nila for getting the business permit na ibinibigay po ng ating LGU. So, at least we are learning from this different kinds of businesses na meron po tayo dito sa lungsod ng Lipa. And we are hoping that the Southern Aggregate will continue to solve different problems that they are facing with the barangay and the affected areas and individuals of the said barangay po, Madam Chair. And with regards with the required submit of no objection from the barangay po, Madam Chair, I do agree po doon sa requirement po na yon na hinihingi po natin to have a third approval po, no, coming from the provincial, LGU, and then barangay, para po hindi na po magkaroon ng other problems kasi meaning si barangay ay well informed sa ganito po mga businesses at sa mga nangyayari po sa kanya nasasakupan. So yun lang naman po, Madam Chair. I'm just clarifying the documents needed na discuss po namin last year regarding the blasting and the business of the Southern Aggregates po, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, all the documents being asked by Consuelos Pai Toledo could be part of the provisions of the ordinance, Madam Chair. But as of the moment, considering that we do not have an ordinance, these are the recommendations of the Committee on Environmental Protections, and I believe that our recommendations will suffice and will safeguard the safety and regulate the blasting operations of Southern Star Aggregates in Antipolo, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, also, kaya po natin babaguhin yung provisions na number 8. Nagkaroon po dito ng misinterpretation na dapat may ordinansa muna tayo bago makapagsimula ulit ng operations ang Southern Star Aggregates. Alam naman po natin that in crafting an ordinance ay matagal na proseso po ito. It takes 1 to 2 months para po tayo makagawa ng isang ordinansa because it requires a hearing, committee hearing and a public hearing to this with regard to this particular subject matter. Kaya po matatagalan, mag-operate sila, bayad na po sila sa lahat ng permits nila. So without prejudice, doon po sa provisions number 8, once na comply po ng Southern Star Aggregates ang 1 to 7, pwede na po silang mag-start ng operations ng kanilang negosyo, Madam Chair, to follow yung number 8 po ng Sangguniang Panlungsod. Therefore, sa halip na we are ordering the city government, now the Sangguniang Panlungsod through the Committee on Environmental Protection are required to pass an ordinance. So the Sangguniang Panlungsod, because this would be approved by the Sangguniang Panlungsod, is ordering the Committee on Environmental Protection to pass an ordinance, Madam Chair. So that would be now the theme of provision number 8 noon pong ating resolution, Madam Chair. So I move that this particular resolution be approved for third and final reading as amended, Madam Chair.
Apo, nasa urgency pa lang po tayo. Is there any objection for urgency? It was seconded already na po. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass an ordinance, same title, but as amended, Madam Chair. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading and exempt from the three-reading principle.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Loho.
Second.
Umali. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, alam naman po ng lahat na 1.5 taon na lang po ang natitira ko. Tumaasa ako na kakandidato pa rin si Konsehal Mikey na gobernador para hindi kayo labanan. At kayong dalawa ni Attorney Gali ang maglaban. Hindi pa Konsehal. Kung hindi, talaga magdedeklara na ako dili. Anyway, Madam Chair, with the 1.5 years remaining as chairman of the Committee on Appropriation and as City Councilor of the city, Madam Chair, ay gusto ko pong iwanan ng isa pang benefits ang atin pong mga empleyado ng City Hall. At ito po ay yung pong ipinaglalaban natin dati na rice allowance, Madam Chair. Upon consultation with the commission, wag ko na sabihin, kasi nakipag-meeting po ako dati sa COA kahapon. Kahapon, nag-meeting po kami ng COA. So, Madam Chair, the findings of COA with regards to the rice allowance na isinasauli po natin ay kailangan po nating i-comply at itama. Ang nakalagay po doon sa findings nila, kailangan nakapaloob po sa collective negotiation agreement ng union ng empleyado at ng City Government of Lipa na included po ang rice allowance sa matatanggap na additional benefits ng mga empleyado. Once it is approved, the CNA now will go to the civil service para po aprubahan nila. Pag ito po ay naaprubahan ng civil service, ay meron na po tayong legal basis para pondohan ang rice allowance ng ating mga empleyado. Madam Chair, the union is requesting a 1,500 monthly rice allowance para po sa mga empleyado ng City Hall, but I am suggesting that as an experimental doon po sa ating additional benefits ng mga empleyado, 1,000 po muna ang simulan natin. And kung kung hindi po tayo magkakaproblema, saka na po natin dagdagan, kahit gawin pa po nating 2,000 yung rice allowance ng ating mga empleyado. Pero sa ngayon, Madam Chair, kailangan simulan po natin at muling buksan ang collective negotiation agreement ng ating mga union at ng City Government of Lipa para i-include po natin maliwanag doon sa provision yung pong rice allowance ng ating mga empleyado. So, and Madam Chair, an increase in the birthday cash gift ng ating pong mga empleyado from 1,500 to 2,000 for next year, considering na 6 na taon na po nating ini-implement yung ating birthday cash gift, wala po tayong natatanggap na COA findings. So makatuwid, assume po natin na ito po ay allowed under the law, yung ating pong birthday cash gift ng mga empleyado. So Madam Chair, an increase of 500 pesos doon po sa natatanggap na birthday cash gift ng ating mga empleyado. I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Appropriation, Madam Chair.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Honorable Macala, you are recognized.
Na-implemented na ba yan? Yung cash gift na nag-birthday na ako, 3 birthday na, wala pa akong nakukuha.
Opo, implemented na.
Kailan pa nag-start?
6 na taon na nga, sabi ko.
Oh, even, ano coverage dito? Even the quarter.
Ito eh.
Quarter kasama.
Vice, bigyan. Bibigyan ka na ni Vice. Nasa ATM ba? Nasa ATM.
Thank you.
Okay po.
And lastly, Madam Chair, a letter addressed to the Honorable Vice Mayor Camille Angeline Lopez by the Punong Barangay of Barangay Ludlod, Honorable Carmelo Chilingao. I would like to read the content of the letter, Madam Chair. To Honorable Vice Mayor Camille Lopez. Naka-agenda ka? Naka-agenda pala to, Vice?
Ano yan?
Naka-agenda. Asya. Mamaya ko na lang, Vice, i-discuss.
Okay.
ang closure kasi naka-agenda po pala.
Okay
So,
po.
Madam Chair,
Okay na po.
okay na po.
Thank you so much, Honorable Rocafort. Any other privilege? Honorable Merlo Silva, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, good morning. Last week, we approved an ordinance classifying the property of Fernando B. Reyes from agricultural use into commercial use, Madam Chair. Pero hindi ho natin napansin na yung pala ho'y may request din sila for the issuance of the special use permit. So, Madam Chair, kailangan ho ito. Kaya siguro ho'y mai-repair ho ito sa tamang committee ba na sa ganun ho ay yun ang request nila ay mapagbigyan.
Ano yun?
Yung kay Pernan.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Land Use.
And likewise, Madam Chair, I have a letter addressed to the Vice Mayor through the Mayor Eric Aprica from Sheila Lupa, sa Tagalipa ho ito, Tagatambua. She is requesting for the special use permit for his property covered with an area of 200 square meters for the proposed construction of mini gasoline station in Barangay Tambua, Madam Chair. So, ito ay na-reclassify na rin natin at ito ay maganda rin na makapagnegosyo ang isang Tagalipa at makipagsabayan sa isang malalaki nating gasoline station. Please refer to the proper committee, Madam Chair.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Land Use. Privilege, Honorable Mike Lina, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Meron po sa aking letter addressed to the Sangguniang members of Sangguniang Panlunsod through the Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Camille Angeline Lopez. Reclassification request po ito ni Mr. Jesus Atienza from agricultural use to commercial use. With a total area of 11,814 square meters owned by various owners located at Barangay Pinagkawitan. Madam Chair, pa-refer na lang po sa proper committee.
Matter brought up is referred to the Committee on Land Use.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Privilege? No more. Okay. We now proceed with the reading of the minutes of the preceding session and approval of the same. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to the members of the Sanggunian. I respectfully move to dispense with the reading and approval of the minutes of the January 10, 2024 regular session.
Seconded by Honorable Silva Manalo. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved. Why? Okay. We now proceed with the proposed ordinances and resolutions for second reading. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, please go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move for the approval of Committee Report Number Ethics 2024-001 involving the granting a resolution granting authority to the City Mayor of Lipa to enter into a contract of professional services with Miss Mary Christine Litan and Miss Maria F. Amador Gonzalez as psychometrician at Agapay Treatment and Rehabilitation Center, Barangay Bulbok, Lipa City for the second reading.
Seconded by Honorable Silva, Loho, Makala, Rocafort. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Likewise, I respectfully move for the approval of committee report for second reading for the passage of a resolution granting authority to the City Mayor of Lipa to enter into a contract of services relative to consultant for legislative policy and local government, consultant for environmental management, consultant for planning and development, consultant for finance, and consultant for economic affairs.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Rocafort Silva Macala. Discussion, objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
And last but not the least, I respectfully move for the approval of the committee report for the passage of a resolution granting authority to the City Mayor of Lipa to enter into a memorandum of agreement between City Government of Lipa and SSS regarding the coverage of job order workers as voluntary members pursuant to Republic Act 11199, SSS Resolution number 171, Series of 2014, and DILG Memorandum Circular number 2014-83, dated 18 July 2014, for second reading.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion, Honorable Macala, you are recognized.
Good morning, Madam Attorney. Nagkameron na tayo ng committee hearing kahapon, ano? Kahapon ba o last no Monday?
Monday.
Monday, nandito kasi ako, hindi ko na lang naantay at nandun nga ang bisita ng mga tagay. Ano, attorney ho, ang naging formula nung yung volunteer at magkano maging yung volunteer na, yung voluntary na mga JO na sasama dito? Nagkamaroon ho ba ng bracketing at magkano ho ba maaalis sa JO na sasama? Magkano, walang participation ditong gobyerno, no? Almost talagang sariling bulsa ng individual na JO, di ba?
Opo.
Magkano ang naging, magkano?
Parang 249 per month po.
249 per month. Marami dito yung JO. Paano natin ito makukuhan? May list ba ng gustong sumali at yung ayaw?
Mag-a-apply po voluntarily yung mga JO na gustong magpakaltas. At yun po mga nag-apply, ipapasa po yan ang pangalan sa accounting at saka sa personal's office. And then paglabas po ng sweldo nila, automatically deducted yung kanilang
deduct na. Hindi sila yung mag-handout ng pera.
Yun hindi na po. Para po yan ang hiningin tulong ng SSS na automatically i-deduct ng gobyerno yung kanilang sweldo pambayad nila sa kanilang contribution.
Attorney, isa pa. Ilan ho bang, do we have a list of ilan JO ba dito sa buong city ng Lipa? Dito sa ating sa City Hall?
Ang alin po?
Yung list ng lahat ng JO.
Meron po. May mga listahan po tayo ng JO. And then yung SSS would be in charge into disseminating the information, the advantages of registering with the SSS, and then of course yung kanyang corresponding deductions for the contributions.
Let's say we have 500 JOs here in let's say, hindi, nga lang, 300. Na kailang porsyento ho kaya ang gusto sumali? Meron ba tayo ng...
Wala pa po. Ilo-launch pa po ng SSS yan. Ang inuuna po natin is the agreement between the city government and SSS. Kung payag po ang city government na to take the effort to deduct. And
kailan ho possible start ng
pag na-aproban po ito, magsisimula na po ang SSS mag-lecture sa mga yan kung ano advantages ng SSS at magbigay namang application for voluntary registration po.
Hindi, talaga naman na sa adventahe malaki kasi starting September 11, may enjoy ko na yung contribution ko sa SSS at ako'y pension na starting September 11 kasi naglamsam ako the other year. Kaya talagang I will encourage all the JOs na sana at after ilang panahon pakikinabangan. That's all, Madam Presiding Officer. Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you, Honorable Macala.
Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, it's already understood na ito hong papasukin ng gobyerno sa SSS ay para lamang ho na itong ating mga JO ay makunan ng makolektahan ng
contribution
ng hulog itong mga JO. Ibig sabihin, pumapayag tayo na tayo ang collecting agency ng SSS para sa mga empleyado. Pero hindi ho kaya maganda naman para ito ay maganda na tayo kung po pwede at ito ay papayagan ng batas na tayo naman ay mag-subsidize. Para kasi alam natin ang paghuhulog, employer-employee. Bagamat alam natin na walang relasyon ang gobyerno sa ating JO. Walang relationship of employer and employee dahil sila ay contractual. Alam natin yan. Siguro naman, pwede naman siguro, kung papayagan ng batas, na ang gobyerno naman ay mag-subsidize. Kasi kung ikaw ay empleyado ng isang factory or isang, kung anumang may employer ka, lagi kahit sa SSS, kahit sa JSS, katulad natin, 50% yata ang 60-40. 60-40 ang arrangement. Baka naman po pwede, tayo may nakakatulong sa iba nating kababayan, sa lungsod na Lipa, bakit naman hindi itong mga JO na katulong din naman natin ng pamahalaan ng lungsod na Lipa sa pagtupad naman ng ating tungkulin. Baka naman pwede mapag-aralan din natin na magkaroon ng subsidy ang gobyerno para sa ating mga JO. Nang hindi naman, dahil kasi kakarampot lamang ang kinikita ng ating mga JO. Tutusin nga, ito trabaho na talagang wala lang ang mapuntahan. Di ka? Trabaho na kung sa kunay nagtsatsaga. Ito lang. Kaya kung ating pang monthly, yung 249, sa akin tingin, yun ay kung tutuusin, 1 linggo na pamasahe ng ating mga JO. Bakit hindi natin tulungan? Baka pwedeng isubsidize natin kahit 40% noong hulog na yun. Para yung maraming JO ang sumali o magboluntaryo na sumali sa programang ito. Dahil ito'y mahalagang pagkakataon din sa ating mga JO dahil nakataya rin dito ang kanilang kinabukasan. Magkakaroon sila ng SSS, di ka? Dahil yun naman ang assurance ng isang empleyado. Kaya siguro, Madam Chair, with your respect to the good lawyer, siguro maisama natin sa pag-aaral yon.
Okay. Ganito po yun, Consul Merlo.
Okay.
Nang isang empleyado po ay pwedeng maghulog sa SSS at GSIS. Pag kayo po ay government employee, automatic GSIS. Ngayon, ito po yung kinwestiyon ko rin ng committee hearing because these JOs are rendering services in favor of the local government unit. No? So, I was asking, di empleyado to ng gobyerno. So, meaning, dapat GSIS sila, not SSS. So, explanation naman po ni SSS is that under the law creating the job orders, it was then provided that the JOs will not receive any benefits at all. So, ang explanation, if they are not considered like that, including SSS, they will not be receiving benefits from the SSS. Now, the JOs are left with nothing. So, ang sabi ni SSS, kung yung pong mga taong hindi covered ng GSIS, katulad po ng mga JO natin, they can cover that. Even if they are rendering services in favor of the government. So, sabi niya, sige, ko-cover na lang namin sina JO even if they are rendering work for the government. But this will be under voluntary basis. No? Voluntaryo po magbibigay ng, mag-i-register at magbibigay ng contribution. Ngayon, pwede naman po yung sinasabi nyo na yung contribution can be shouldered by the government. It's just that hindi po, yung pong paraan lamang ng ating pagbibigay ng tulong, hindi po pwedeng palalabasin natin sa papel or to an ordinance na the government will shoulder the contribution. Kasi, hindi po natin mapapagtag-op ng GSIS ang sinosubsidize ng government. But what we can do is to arrive at the same result and proposal that you have na tutulungan natin ng JO na makapag ma-shoulder man lamang yung kanilang contribution, corresponding contribution sa SSS, ang po pwede po ay increase natin ang sweldo ng JO in an amount that would correspond to their contribution. So, not in this situation na sa SSS etc., and not in a way that we will subsidize. So subsidize would not be the term that we will be using, but in order to arrive at the same effect, the same proposal that you have, I think we need to consult the appropriation to increase the salaries of the JO ng mga 300 pesos or 250 pesos for them to be able to shoulder. But the only problem with that is that even if we increase the salary, it is not a guarantee that this JO will voluntarily register with the SSS. Sasabihin nila, kahit naman mag-register ako o hindi, I still have the 250 additional. So that would not encourage registration. So I leave it up to your wisdom on how we are going to encourage the JO to use the 250 peso augmented salary as contribution with the SSS. So I leave it to the sound wisdom of the proponent and of course the committee.
Isa pa rin natin problema, kung tayo magdadagdag ng sweldo ng JO, baka tayo may ilabaging batas.
Hindi naman, kasi basta through an ordinance, if we are going to disperse funds like an increase on the salaries of this, it has to go through the normal process of augmenting or increasing the salaries of the job orders. Kasi alam ko, nag-increase tayo ng salary kay na Consel Abior kasi na-increase natin. It might go the same process. It's just that ang worry lang natin dito, baka yung idadagdag na pera, hindi gamitin pang contribution kasi we cannot require them It should be voluntary. So that is the only apprehensions that we have. But of course, kung you can find a way, that's okay with us. But for this committee report that I have now, tama po kayo, this only involves the local government unit allowing itself to be used as a collecting arm of the SSS by automatically deducting the corresponding contribution in favor of SSS.
Thank you, Sir Gali.
Honorable Mikey, you are recognized.
Siguro, Madam Chair, baka may share din ni Attorney Gali yung amount na kanilang i-contribute. Ano kaya ang magiging long-term benefit or effect nito sa kanila? If we want to, para maengganyo natin sila. Kasi recently, taas naman tayo ng sa JO. So, para mas maunawaan nila.
Maganda po yan. Kasi kapag tayo po yung member ng SSS, syempre, pag kayo po ay nag-retire at the age of 60, entitled po kayo. But of course, there is a minimum number of contributions. No? Kung nakumpleto po yung minimum number of contributions, you will be entitled to a monthly pension. I happen to ask what is the maximum pension that anyone can get. For a person who is contributing like 4,000 a month, katulad natin siguro, you can afford that 4,000 a month, no? You can receive a maximum of 16,000 monthly pension for life. At yung pang, kung kayo po ay, pwede rin pong mamana yan ng inyong mga asawa, mga anak, so yun po yung benefits niya. Pangalawa, isa lang dyan, isa pa rin, aside from the pension that you can receive after your retirement, kung kayo po ay nabalda o kayo po ay nagkasakit during at the time that you're rendering your work, you can also claim disability benefits. And if you are no longer fit to work because of that severe disability, you can already claim pension. Although not full, may mga certain percentage lang po na babawasin. And I think these are parang insurance natin ito So, maganda kasi parang savings ito. Parang savings ito sa mga ka-empleyado natin. And what is 250 a month, no? So, of course. Sabihin mo kung magkano na lapsa mo.
Hindi, doon sa tanong ni Consel Mikey kanina kung ano magiging lifetime con. Ako, pensyonado na ako ng SSS kasi bago ako nag-gobyerno, pakatagal ko sa private, almost 15 years ako nagtrabaho sa private. At yung sinasabi ni Kali, you need minimum contribution monthly. 120 contribution, then after 60 years old, may enjoy mo na yon. Like me, naglamsam ako noong last year, 18 months, Tapos magkaka-pension ako ng 11,000 a month starting September this 2024. Yun ang isa sa benepisyo na makukuha ng empleyado. Ha? Magkano ang? 11,000 times 18. Yun ang akin nakuha. Then mag-i-start ako ng pension sa this September 2024. Madam, okay.
Madam Chair, matanong ko lang si Attorney Gali, ang ginamit niya kasing example kanina was 4,000 pesos a monthly contribution. Paano kung 250? Ano kaya?
Maliit lang yun.
Kasi ang atin dito, para ma-realize ng
mga 6,000 pesos po. 4,000, mga monthly.
Ang makukuha nila pag pensionado na sila?
Lifetime, yes.
Lifetime, 6,000.
I stand to be corrected, no? It's not 214, it's like 570 a month. Monthly. In a private setup, no? If you are working for a private company, you would only be shouldering like 200 plus.
Kasi hati.
Kasi hati. 60% is for the employer and 40% would come from the employee. But this one, since you are voluntary, para lumalabas wala kang employer, so shoulder mo yung buong 500 plus 70.
Gaano katagal ang kailangan nilang maghulog bago maging pensionado? Minimum of how many months?
Yun, 120 months, it's like 5 years. Ay, 10 years. Oh, yeah, 10 years, 120.
10 years. Hindi, kasi kaya ako lang ino-open, marami sa mga geo natin nandito, marami mga bata. It's a good thing to consider, something to consider. Pero dapat maunawaan din nila kung ano yung magiging balik. Di ba, panghaba?
The CSSS would conduct seminars for this one. Kung ano advantages ng SSS members. And
Honorable Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, doon lang po sa magko-comment lang ako doon sa sinabi na yung mga JO ay nagtatrabaho sa City Hall para lang dahil wala silang mapuntahan, Madam Chair. Inaalis na po natin yung imahe na yun. Kaya nga po ang ginawa natin sa JO ay minimum wage na po ang sahod nila, Madam Chair. Sumunod po ang city government sa minimum wage ng atin pong regional, DOLE, sa mga private establishments na 480 pesos dito po sa lalawigan ng Batangas. So, ipinoprofessionalize po natin ang ating job order. Nang sa ganon, maramdaman po nila sa sarili nila na hindi po sila underpaid. Underpaid pa nga po ang casual natin kaysa sa job order. Kaya po, tayo ay pinakikiusapan sa findings ng COA na itama ang sahod ng ating po mga casual dahil naitama na po natin yung sahod ng JO. Kaya ito po yung sunod na pag-aaralan ng Committee on APRO at saka po ng Finance Committee ng Executive Department. Pero wag po sanang iisipin ng ating mga JO na sila ay mabababa dahil kapantay na po sila ng mga empleyado sa private sector. And we are trying and doing our best to professionalize the job order. That is why we are requesting our job order to perform the task na ibinigay sa kanila professionally, Madam Chair. At the same time, pansamantala ay ito po ay dumaan din po kasi sa atin. Pansamantala ay doon po tayo sa committee report ng Committee on Ethics and Good Government na voluntary members muna yung atin po mga JO. Sila po muna yung magsho-shoulder ng 249 do meron pong ilang mga LGU na pinag-aaralan na mag-funding doon po sa mga JO nila. So doon muna tayo, then saka po natin pag-aralan yan. Pero doon po sa ating mga JO ay sila po ay pinapakiusapan natin na maging bukas ang isip nila dito po sa programa na ibinigay ng SSS para sa kanila. Yun pong 500 pesos ay kulang pa para sa isang gimmick ng isang tao na pumupunta sa mga bars dito sa Lipa. So, doon po sa gimmick, wala silang nakukuha. Pero dito po sa SSS, kung mag-i-invest sila at titigil sila sa pag-iinom, tatago nila yung 500 pesos para ihulog sa SSS, pagdating po nila ng 60 years old, may pakinabang po. Kesa doon po sa pag-inom nila na magkakasakit pa po sila. So ito po ang sana ay isa sa maisip ng atin po mga job order dito sa City Hall. That is why I am supporting the report nung pong ating chairman ng ethics. So maraming pong salamat at sana po maraming mga job order ang mag-avail dito pong ating programa na voluntary members ng mga JO.
Any objection po? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading. Honorable Avio Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, please, I move that we dispense reading of Committee Report on Finance 2024-01, the approval of the annual budget of the following barangay, the SK budget of Barangay Fernando, SK budget of San Jose, SK budget of Tangway, Calamyas, Munting Pulo, Sais, Bugtong, and Antipolo del Norte and Barangay Salban be adopted, Madam Chair.
Any second? Duly seconded. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading. Honorable Mike Lina, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, this is an oral committee report of the following requests. Number 1, reclassification request from residential to commercial use of Mrs. Rosel Guste of the 144 square meters owned by Ms. Rosel Guste located at Barangay San Carlos. Number 2, reclassification request from residential to commercial use of Engineer Christopher Laco of the 180 square meters owned by Mr. Benito Africa, located at Barangay Bulbok. Number 3, reclassification request from commercial to residential use of Ms. Amelita Racoma of the 130 square meters owned by Ms. Ipipanya Marco, located at Barangay Marawoy. Number 4, reclassification request from residential to commercial use of Mr. Loreto Berana of the 152 square meters owned by Ms. Lourdes Escalona Recio, located at Barangay Sabang. Number 5, reclassification request from residential to commercial use of Ms. Maria Salome Alfonso of the 300 square meters owned by Ms. Maria Salome Alfonso, located at Barangay Sabang. Number 6, reclassification request from commercial to residential use of Silion General Andal of the 2,435 square meters owned by Silion General Andal, located at Barangay Gis. Number 7, reclassification request from agricultural to residential use of Mr. Gerardo Macario of the 1,000 square meters owned by Mr. Gerardo Macario, located at Barangay San Francisco. Number 8, the classification request from residential to commercial use of Mr. Dindo Barte of the 158 square meters owned by spouses Dindo Barte and Florinda Barte, located at Barangay Sabang. And last, number 9, reclassification request from agricultural to residential use of Mr. Benedicto Orense of the 6,000 square meters owned by Mr. Benedicto Orense, located at Barangay Plaridel. Madam Chair, I move that all the matters be approved for second reading.
Second motion.
Seconded by Honorable Makala Silva. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We would like to acknowledge the presence of our barangay captain from Barangay Bugtong, Kapitan Hener. Good morning po. Honorable Merlo Silva, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, a while ago, I stand before this Sanggunian for the request of Fernando B. Reyes regarding the property for reclassification of his property from agricultural use into commercial use, Madam Chair. So I move that this matter be adopted, this committee report be adopted for second reading.
Any second?
Hoy.
Any second?
Second.
Seconded by Honorable Lina Makala San Fernando.
And likewise,
Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
And likewise, Madam Chair, with due respect to the, with regard to the request of Michelle Lupac for the passage of a resolution granting special permit of his 200 square meters located at Barangay Tambo for the proposed construction of mini gasoline station. Madam Chair, I move that this committee report be adopted.
Seconded by Honorable Rocafort. Discussion, objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading.
Likewise, Madam Chair, I move that the request of saan gayon? Madam Chair, 1 minute recess.
I'm declaring a recess. We resumes.
Likewise, Madam Chair, with regard to the request of Ms. Hilda Cuna for her property located at Barangay Bagong Puok, requesting for the issuance of a special use permit for the proposed resort covered by TCT number 166883 with an area of 200 square meters. Madam Chair, I move that this matter be approved for second reading.
Any second?
Yung resort.
Any second? Walang seconded by Honorable Makala. Discussion? Objection? I'm declaring a recess. Resumes. Any second po? Seconded by Honorable Rocafort Makala. Discussion? Honorable Makala, do you have any questions? Objections? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the second reading. Proposed ordinances and resolutions for second reading. For third read. Business for the day.
Business for the day. Number 1, letter of the City Mayor requesting for an ordinance exempting the benefit concert of Cancer Warrior Foundation at De La Salle Lipa from amusement tax.
Refer to the Committee on Ways and Means.
Number 2, letter of the City Mayor requesting for an ordinance exempting the Pagulingin Adventist Elementary School from the payment of reclassification fee.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 3, letter of the City Administrator forwarding the request of Joseph Villalobos for the issuance of special use permit for the proposed gasoline station to be located at Barangay Lodlod, Lipa City.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 4, reclassification request of Engineer Nerissa Aguila Cabling for a property located at Barangay Lumbang, Lipa City.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 5, reclassification request of Jezreel Andre Reyes for property located at Barangay Kayumang, Gilipa City.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Number 6 to 10, annual budget for budget year 2024 of various barangays and sangguniang kabataan of various barangays.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
Number 11 to number 16, letter of the punong barangay of several barangays forwarding their respective ordinances.
Refer to the Committee on Barangay Affairs. And jointly referred as well to the Committee on Appropriations. Lead committee would be the Committee on Appropriations.
Number 17, letter submitted by Barangay Lodlod Secretary Michael A. Katigbak and Punong Barangay Honorable Carmelo G. Lingao, forwarding a copy of Barangay Resolution number 2024-001 entitled Resolution ng Pagpapahintulot para sa Pansamantalang Pagsasarado ng Kalsada sa kahabaan ng Purok 3 upang gawing lugar ng pagdadausan para sa gaganaping motor show.
Refer to the Committee on Traffic.
Number 18, Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Nueva Vizcaya, Resolution number 2023-4794, a resolution urging all Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Sangguniang Panlungsod, Sangguniang Bayan, and Sangguniang Barangay to express collective support for the Philippine government's efforts in protecting the West Philippine Sea.
Noted.
Number 19, Commission on Election, Resolution number 10963, promulgated on January 10, 2024.
Business for the day number 19, refer to the noted. Resolutions and ordinances for the third and final reading. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, you are recognized. Attorney, yung nasa ano mo na po?
18?
Hindi, ano mo na po, Attorney? Third and final reading. Later po yung...
For third and final reading in 18?
No, yung number. Yung nasa agenda po.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Number 2 po, i-urge. Ay, sorry. Hindi, ito nga po. Ito. Yung sa Adventist exemption. Ipapasok nyo nga. Urgent. Tapos na tayo mag-business for the day, edi i-urgent na po. I-urgent na kanina. Hindi, unahin muna to.
Yun daw muna. Final meeting mo.
Kaya nga po, i-urgent. Other matter. I-refer. Business for the day number 18 is referred to the Committee on Good Government. Attorney, we now proceed with the
Third reading.
for the approval of the resolutions and ordinances for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move for the approval for the third and final reading of Committee Report Number Ethics 2004-001, letter A, B, and C.
Any second? Seconded by, jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Manalo, Toledo, ABC Rocafort, Honorable Rocafort, Macala, seconded by Honorable Lina Ronquillo Bautista. Objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Honorable Avior Rocafort, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution approving the SK annual budget of the following SK, Barangay Fernando, San Jose, Tangway, Barangay Calamias, Munting Pulo, Barangay Sais, Barangay Bugtong na Pulo, Barangay Antipolo del Norte, and Barangay Sabang. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading and exempt from the three-reading principle.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Bautista, Rocafort, Loho, Manalo, Morada, Macala. Seconded by Honorable Ronquillo, Lina, Toledo. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, other matters na ba?
Ay, hindi pa po. Honorable Mike Lina, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that all the matters and requests mentioned in the oral committee report be approved for third and final reading. Madam
Any
Chair.
second? Jointly moved by Honorable Silva. Seconded by? Any second? Seconded by Honorable Macala, Loho. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Honorable Silva, you are
For third
recognized.
reading, Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution requesting for the issuance of special use permit for the proposed resort owned by Hilda Una, located at Barangay Bagong Puok, for third and final reading.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Macala. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Likewise, Madam Chair, I move for the passage of a resolution requesting the City Mayor for the granting of a special use permit of the 200 square meter of the property with the for the proposed construction of mini gasoline station located at Barangay Tambo, owned by Gloria Lupac, for third and final reading.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Macala.
And
Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
And finally, Madam Chair, I move for the passage of a resolution requesting for the granting of a special use permit for the 3,656 square meter owned by Fernando B. Reyes, located at Barangay Sampaguita, for third and final reading.
Seconded by Honorable Macala. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Other matters? Honorable... Ano yan? Okay. Honorable Mike Lina, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I move that we consider as urgent the request of Mr. Jesus Atienza reclassifying the following properties from agricultural use to commercial use with an area of 3,938 owned by Ms. Paz Dimaano and 3,938 owned by Teresa Dimaano and 3,938 owned by Mr. Anacleto Dimaano, located at Barangay Pinagkawitan. Madam Chair. Motion for urgency, Madam Chair.
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion? Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
And the same be approved for third and final reading and except from the three-reading principle, Madam Chair.
Any second? Seconded by Honorable Macala, Toledo, Silva. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Honorable Silva, you are recognized. Number 2. Business for the day.
Madam Chair, under business for the day, item number 2, I move that this matter be considered as urgent. The request of the Paguligin Adventist Elementary School exempt for the exemption of their payment for the reclassification fee of their property.
Seconded by Honorable Morada, Macala, Toledo, Bautista, ABC Rocafort, Ronquillo. Discussion, objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I move for the passage of an ordinance exempting the Pagulingin Adventist Elementary School from the payment of reclassification fee of their property for third and final reading.
Jointly moved by Honorable Ronquillo, Lina, Macala, Morada, Loho, Manalo, Rocafort, ABC, Bautista. Seconded by Honorable Toledo. Objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Mikey.
Madam Chairwoman, motion for urgency for business of the day. Number 1, para po sa mga benefit concert ng Cancer Warrior Foundation. I move for the passage of an ordinance exempting the benefit concert of Cancer Warrior Foundation, Inc. on February 10, 2024 at De La Salle Pa for urgency.
Wow. Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion, objection, hearing... Okay, discussion. Honorable Avio Rocafort, you are recognized. Yes po, question.
Vice, sa tanong ko lang po, yun pong, ito po yung gagawin nila sa De La Salle Centrum. May bayad po kaya sila sa La Salle Centrum?
Benefit concert po. So mukhang meron po itong bayad. Kaya meron pong amusement tax.
Second question, Madam Chair, may we know from the proponent kung magkano po kaya yung sinisingil ng De La Salle Pa doon po sa gagawing concert nito pong ating foundation?
We will have to double check kung ano po yung mismong amount.
Because, Madam Chair, if that is the case, kasi nagbabayad, ini-exempt po natin ang mga ganitong foundation na may beneficiary sa mga amusement tax, pero nagbabayad po sila sa mga private establishments. That is why I'm suggesting, Madam Chair, I'm not opposing the proposal, but I'm suggesting that we study, the Sangguniang Panlungsod study, a possible passage of an ordinance doon po sa mga private establishments na pwede pong pagdausan ng mga concert na benefit concert po, na magkaroon po sila ng mga discounts para po dito sa mga benefit concert na ito, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, ang Cancer Warrior Foundation, sila po ang nagpa-concert. Ang De La Salle Pa, free po ata ang kanilang host po sila para may pagdadausan ho yung concert, para lahat po ng benefit ay mapunta po sa Cancer Warrior Foundation.
Sure po na walang bayad sa De La Salle Pa?
I suppose wala pong
for further events like this, Madam Chair, may I request that
galing na kay Mayor yung letter.
May I request, Madam Chair, that my suggestion be part of my privilege and be referred to the proper committee para po makapag-aralan natin yung posibleng pag-regulate o kung ano man po ang pwede natin gawin so that yung lahat po ng establishments na nagpapabayad for concerts but the organizers have a beneficiary ay magkaroon po sila ng mga discounts
tama po.
O libre, pero hindi po yan libre, Madam Chair. Alam ko, ewan ko kung libre ang lasal ha. Pagpasensyahan nyo na, hindi ako na... So, Madam Chair, may I request that it also be referred to a proper committee?
Sa akin na lang. Ways and means.
Pa rin, no? Yeah.
On the other hand, Madam Chairwoman, meron mga ibang beneficiary concerts o mga fundraising. Pero ito naman po is clear foundation naman. So, I'm sure De La Salle Lipa gave them siguro hindi na po nila siningil po ito. Yun lang po.
Okay po. I'll just refer muna po to the Committee on Ways and Means. And then, Honorable Spy Toledo.
Additional information lang po regarding the concert benefit for the cancer warriors sa De La Salle pa po. According to the organizers, Madam Chair, meron po silang tickets na 2,000, 1,700, 1,500, and 1,000. Yun po yung amount ng ticket nila. And they have to pay De La Salle pa for the venue daw po, Madam Chair. But I'm getting the exact amount of the payment for the venue itself. So maganda po na kung magkaroon po tayo ng ordinance na magkaroon ng exemption or pag-aralan how to give discounts doon sa mga venues na pagdadausan ng mga ganitong concert. It would help a lot doon po sa mga beneficiaries po natin like the cancer warriors, Madam Chair. So, yun lang po. And I hope, would love to plug na rin the Concert for a Cause ng ating cancer warriors ay masupport din po ng ating mga kababayan for the benefit ng paggaling po ng ating mga kababayan din regarding the cancer po. And for the venue daw po, Madam Chair, it costs 115,000.
Okay. So with this, Madam Chairwoman, with this information, yung amusement tax para dun sa organizers, i-exempt natin. Pero dun po sa pinagdausan na nagbayad ng upa, yun po ang pwede natin singilan. So, pero kasi yung organizer, syempre, silang magko-collect, silang magbabayad dun sa uupahan. Dun sa upahan, yun ang pwede mong singilan.
Madam Chair, sadya naman po nagbabayad ang sentro, ang lahat po ng school na yung kanila pong certain area na ipinapaupa nila, sadya naman pong binabayaran nila sa City Hall. Kaya lang mas maganda na pagka mga benefit concert, ay mabawasan yung binabayaran ng mga organizers. So, tama po yung aking hula na hindi po nagpapadiscount ang mga ganitong establishment kahit po sabihin natin na sila ay maka-Diyos. School ko to, alam ko to, Madam Chair. School ko to eh. So, sana po ay mapagtuunan din ng pansin yung pagre-regulate ng mga ganitong, kasi mababawasan din naman ang babayaran nila sa City Hall kasi ang binabayaran nila sa City Hall ay depende doon sa gross na kinikita ng mga establishments sa loob nila na pinauupahan po nila. So, para mas malaki pong maitulong natin doon sa mga benefit concert ng mga susunod pang organizers.
Pero yun pong gagawin natin, no, Konsehal. Yung inupahan, yun na lang ang sisingalan natin ng tax. So, Madam Chair, pag na-hearing po natin, we will take this up para may makolekt din ang city.
Alright po. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for urgency. Mikey, urgency pa lang yun. Urgency pa lang. Approval.
Madam Chair, I move that the same be excused from the three-reading principle and approved for third and final reading.
Second.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva, Toledo, Manalo, Lina, Ronquillo. Seconded by Honorable Bautista, Loho. Okay. Objection. Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, I move that we consider as urgent ano po? Ito po muna. Yung pong mga budget. Madam Chair, I move that we consider as urgent the annual budget of the following barangays. Okay na to, Ate Ann? Okay na po. Barangay Rizal, amounting to 5,239,350. Barangay San Benito amounting to 6,304,034. Barangay Antipolo del Sur, okay na po ba? Vice, be considered as urgent. Barangay Kayumanggi amounting to 10,100,100. Barangay Kumba 6,029,546, Madam Chair. Be considered as urgent.
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion, objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution approving the annual budget of the following barangays: Kumba, Rizal, San Benito, Kayumanggi, Antipolo del Sur. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading and exempt from the three reading principle.
Jointly moved by Honorable Bautista, ABC Rocafort, Silva. Seconded by Honorable Lina Loho Manalo, Angeles. Objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Madam Chair, please consider item number 17, the letter of Barangay Secretary of Barangay Ludlod, Michael Katigbak, and Punong Barangay Carmelo Lingao, regarding the resolution passed by the Sangguniang Barangay on the road closure of Purok 6 para po sa Purok 3 para po sa pagdaraos ng piyesta at sa gaganaping car show ng Barangay Ludlod sa ika-21 ng Enero 2024. Be considered as urgent, Madam Chair.
Seconded by Honorable Silva. Discussion, objection, hearing none. The motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Madam Chair, as of sa ngayon po ay andito po ang mga organizers ng Barangay Ludlod kasama si Konsehal Lingao para po dito sa road closure. Madam Chair, uulitin ko po ang posisyon ng Chairman ng Committee on Traffic. Katulad po ng ginawa natin sa Yabangan Nights, in any form of road closure tayo po ay tutol. Be that on record, sapagkat isa po sa problema ng lungsod ng Lipa ay traffic. Napakasama pong tingnan na tayong mga nasa gobyerno na dapat maghanap ng solusyon sa traffic ang siya pang nangunguna para madagdagan ang traffic sa lungsod ng Lipa. Pero, Madam Chair, sa pagkakataong ito, dahil hindi naman po alam ng Barangay Ludlod yung atin pong mga napag-usapan, ay pahintulutan po natin pansamantala yung kanila pong request na road closure with certain provisions nito pong ating ipapasang resolution, Madam Chair. So, number 1, the Philippine National Police of Lipa, the City Public Order and Safety Office, and the Sangguniang Barangay of Barangay Ludlod, with the assistance of their barangay tanod, shall ensure that the said activity shall not cause traffic congestion nor violate any ordinance, more particularly the drag racing ordinance and illegal parking ordinance, and shall not compromise the cleanliness and peace and order in the area. Number 2, the organizers of the activity shall be civilly and criminally liable to the concerned parties should there be any untoward incident that might occur relative to the event. Number 3, the organizers of the Fiesta Committee and the Sangguniang Barangay of Barangay Ludlod are directed to find a new venue for next year's Yabangan Nights, next year's car show of Barangay Ludlod to avoid closure of barangay roads. Number 4, selling and drinking of alcoholic beverages within the area of the car show shall be prohibited. Accordingly, the PNP is requested to apprehend the violators and to penalize the organizers thereof. Number 5, the Lipa City Permits and Licensing Office is directed, the Lipa City Treasurer's Office is directed to monitor and to collect amusement tax should there be any ticket sales involved in the event. And number 6, the Sangguniang Barangay is directed to pass a copy of the public hearing conducted by the barangay with regards to the road closure that they are requesting, Madam Chair. If they complied all of these requirements, then CPOS is directed to implement the resolution of road closure of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Madam Chair. I move that this matter be considered, that we approve the road closure for third and final reading and exempt of the three reading principle as with the whereas provisions, Madam Chair.
Any second?
Madam Chair, kailangan i-comply po nila yung public hearing na yung Purok 1, Purok 2, Purok 4, Purok 5 at Purok 6 ay hindi po tutol doon po sa road closure na gagawin natin sa Purok 3.
Seconded by Honorable Silva.
Madam Chair, siguro, let's suspend the rules dahil narito naman ang proponent for this resolution. So, let us give them away. I'll give them a chance to speak before the Sanggunian. So, tayo ay para ma-enlight tayo, Madam Chair. I
Any
move for the
second?
suspension of the rules.
Duly seconded.
Ay, Vice.
Yes po.
May I be the dahil ako na ho ang nag-propose, may I move for the suspension of the rules? Hindi ho, kasi ako na nag-propose. So, sila naman yung nakipag-usap sa akin. So, I move for the suspension of the rules to accommodate yung po ating mga bisita.
Duly seconded. Rules suspended. Okay po. May we request po?
Pero ito na ho yung aming pinag-usapan.
We would like to acknowledge the presence din po of Cap Renato ng Barangay Latag po. Opo. Request lang po din natin ng organizers sa Fiesta Lodlod po. Yan. Si SK. Okay, sige, go ahead.
Good morning po, Madam Chair and sa atin po mga kasamahan. Reiterate ko lang po regarding sa road closure po ay meron naman po tayong alternative route po. Dalawa po sila. Bali po yung galing pong Balagbag po ay sa Purok 2 na Tambo po, Liliko. Tapos ang galing Pangaw po ay doon po sa may papunta pong school sa Purok 4 po na kanto po. Bali, accessible naman po sila pareho and sa tulong naman po ng Barangay Tanod. Also, hihingi din po kami ng tulong po galing po sa PNP po para po sa assurance po ng safety and also po ng traffic po.
Vice, total, pinagsalita na rin natin to.
Okay po.
Noon po ba mga nakaraang fiesta, ito pong mga access roads na to ay ginagamit na po ng Barangay Ludlod?
Yes po.
Traffic?
Hindi naman po.
Traffic. Ang atin pong ipinararating Vice, doon pong mga nakaraang fiesta sa Barangay Ludlod, ginagamit na rin po natin ang mga access roads ng Barangay Ludlod. Meron man po tayong road closure o wala. Meron po tayong event sa Purok 3 o wala. So, kahit po may access road tayo, malaki pa rin po yung nagiging traffic sa Barangay Ludlod. What more, Madam Chair, na magkakaroon po tayo ng event doon sa area na kung saan ito po ay car show, may mga a-attend po dito na may mga sasakyan dala. So, ang isa pong problema natin sa Barangay Ludlod ay yung paradahan ng pong mga taong na may miesta at saka po yung mga attendees din dito po sa mga car show na ginagawa po natin. So, at yung pong kanila, katulad po dito sa City Hall, meron din po tayong access road. Kaya lang yung access road po natin masikip eh. Masikip po.
Sige po.
Magandang tanghali po, Madam Chair, sa mga konsehalis po. Magandang umaga po. Regarding po dun sa amin pong road closure po, bali yun naman po ay, may kwento ko lang po, bata pa po ako maliit, sadya pong during fiesta event po, sadya pong inaalat po namin yung portion na yon para po sa event po ng simbahan at saka po dun sa mga baratilyo, sa mga tiyangge. Kaya po talaga, yearly, tuwing piyesta po talaga, nagkakameron po kami ng road closure po doon. Sa pagkakataon lang po ngayon, yung pong road closure na inaalat po namin sa ganung pamamaraan, sa mga tiyangge, sa mga little markets po, parang isinama po namin sa fiesta event para magkameron po kami ng munting car show. Kasi po kumbaga sa traditional po naming mga fiesta event, simula po sana sa medyo nagsawa na po sila sa mga yung amateur. Kumbaga first time lang po mangyayari na magkakameron po kami ng kauna-unahon pong ganon. Yun po naman po ay request din po ng mga mamamayan po namin na gusto nga daw po nila makasaksi doon. Yun po. Tapos yung sa access road po naman namin, yun naman po mas maganda, naplano na po kasi namin yun kasi itong mga nauna po, yung pong going to Lipa na dadaan po dun sa way ng school, pwede na po silang mag-divert papuntang Bulbok, pwede naman po silang bumalik ng main road. Ganon din naman po dun sa dadaan sa isa namin purok, sa Purok 2, pwede naman po silang mag-divert going to Tambo, pwede rin naman po silang going to Pangaw. Yun po.
Pero Madam Chair, maganda rin po na napag-usapan natin ito para aware ang lahat po ng barangay, lalo na po ang barangay Ludlod, na may event po o wala, hindi po tayo pwedeng basta magsarado ng kalsada. Kailangan po lahat ng road closure ay dadaan sa Sangguniang Panglungsod kasi ang Sangguniang Panglungsod po ang nagbibigay ng authority para po sa road closure. So sa mga susunod na taon, hindi po natin pwedeng saraduhan ang Purok 6 nang walang authority galing sa Purok 3 nang walang permit galing sa Sangguniang Panglungsod na may road closure. Otherwise, pag po may isang tao na nagreklamo, bakit sinarado ang kalsada, ang mga nagpasara po ng kalsada, pag wala silang naipakita galing authority o permit sa Sangguniang Panglungsod, ay maaari pong makasuhan. Kawawa naman po ang ating mga barangay officials na makakasuhan pa kung wala po silang may pakikitang basihan doon po sa road closure sa Purok 3. So yun pong mga nakagawian natin na sasaraduhan natin ang isang kalsada dahil sa event without any authority from the Sangguniang Panglungsod is illegal, Madam Chair. So sana sa susunod pong taon, kung nais pong pasaraduhan natin ang Purok 3, kailangan maghingi pa rin tayo ng permit sa Sangguniang Panlungsod. Kasi yun po ay pinagbawal na natin sa SIPOS, yung basta road closure because may event ang isang lugar, Madam Chair. So, pinayagan naman po natin. Ito nga po, pinaaprubahan natin. Kaya lang, atin pong sinasabi pa rin na kahit po may mga access road tayo, ang bulto po ng sasakyan ay sa mga access road natin dadaan na kung saan maliit po yung kalsada ng access road natin. So ang bulto po ng traffic ng sasakyan ay dito po sa mga access road natin pupunta. Maganda po yung programa. Ito po yung sinusuportahan natin. Kaya lang, hindi po nakikisama ang kalsada natin kasi maliit. So, yun lang po yung ating comment dito. Pero Madam Chair, once na ma-submit nila yung huling requirements na hinihingi natin, public hearing, kasi kailangan po ito. Kailangan po ang mga barangay nagko-conduct ng public hearing sa kanilang mga nasasakupan at ito po yung isa sa mga requirements na isasubmit nila dito sa atin. So, na hindi sila tumututol, okay na po, saraduhan na natin yung kalsada. Yun na lang po ang kulang. Kahit po papirmahin na lang ninyo, hindi kami tumututol sa road closure, i-attach na lang po natin bago mag-January 21, go na po tayo. Kasi hindi po natin alam ang sentimiento ng Purok 1, 2, 4, 5 at 6.
I'm declaring a recess.
Go na ba?
Ayun. Any further questions po?
Approve na.
Apo, wala na po. Honorable Silva, you are recognized.
Sa mga organizer, na sana sa 21 ang event time. Tama, ang mismong. Kaya lang, dapat sana, in advance, ma-inform natin ang ating mga, lalo na yung mga karapit barangay, na sa ganung petsa, sasaraduhan yon. Upang sa ganun, hindi rin magdulot ng traffic sa barangay Ludlod. Oo. Yes, dapat ma-inform sila ahead before that.
Salamat po. Meron po kaming, bali ang naging action lang po namin during nung kami nag-announce po ng aming event. Nag-distribute po kami ng notice doon sa mga affected na lugar regarding po doon sa gagawin namin pong event. Tapos magkakameron po kami ng advisory sa pagpasok po ng Ludlod, sa Pangaw at saka sa na tungkol nga po doon sa piyesta event po namin at sa darating po yung piyesta din po.
Alright po, maraming salamat. Okay, you're recognized.
Yung inyo ginawang ito, in a form of resolution sa barangay, dahil kasi dapat ordinansa, pagpapasarado, tapos pagdating sa sanggunian, resolution na humihingi ng kapahintulutan sa sanggunian na yung ordinansa ay ma-concur, ma-aprobahan. Siguro dapat ganon.
Sige po.
Apo, next time.
Pwede na?
Okay na po. Thank you,
Next
SK.
time daw. Pero
Thank
palagay
you, sir.
pwede na po, Madam Chair. Kasi
Okay po.
ang final naman po yung nasa atin.
Okay po.
Pwede na.
Apo.
Basta po, konsehal, mai-submit nyo yung hinihingi namin, i-attach po natin, i-go na po ito ng SIPOS.
Apo, thank you po.
Salamat po.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass I move that we resume.
Session resumes. Okay na po.
Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution approving the road closure of Purok 3 in Barangay Ludlod. Hindi. Approve.
Abi.
Ha?
Nasa urgency pa lang tayo.
Approve na. Motion na lang po. Madam Chair, I move that we concurring the road closure of Barangay Ludlod in Purok 3 with the following colatillas, Madam Chair, or with the following provisions. The same be considered as approved for third and final reading and exempt from the reading principle.
Jointly moved by Honorable Silva. Any second? Seconded by Honorable Dina. Objection? Hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading. Any other matters po? Okay.
Madam Chair, I move that you refer the resolution, the tax ordinance of Barangay Tipakan to the proper committee.
I refer to the Committee on Appropriations.
And Madam Chair, please refer to the Committee on APRO the SK budget of the following barangay. Budget of Barangay Bagong Puok, Lumbang, Antipolo del Sur, and Halang.
Refer to the Committee on Appropriations. Honorable Attorney Gali Angeles, you are recognized.
Inquiry. Is it already referred to?
Yes po.
Referred to the governance.
Urgency na, Attorney.
Urgency na lang daw.
Urgency.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move to consider as urgent a request for the passage of resolution expressing our collective support for the Philippine government's effort in protecting the West Philippine Sea.
Jointly moved by Honorable Loho, Manalo, Rocafort, ABC Rocafort, Bautista, Morada, Ronquillo. Seconded by Honorable Dina Toledo. Objection? Hearing none, the motion...
Urgency pa lang yan, urgency.
Yeah, the motion is hereby approved for urgency.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I respectfully move for the passage of a resolution expressing our collective support for the Philippine government's effort in protecting the West Philippine Sea for third and final reading, and
Jointly
the same
moved.
be exempted from the three reading principle.
Jointly moved by Honorable Ronquillo, Lina, Morada, Loho, Rocafort, Manalo, Silva, Bautista. Seconded by Honorable Toledo, ABC Rocafort. Objection, hearing none, the motion is hereby approved for the third and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any motion to adjourn? Any second for adjournment? Duly seconded. Session is now adjourned. Thank you so much po.